Hi, I would like to demonstrate to you how to read aloud a book and teach young children how to make connections and use the thinking strategy, making connections. This picture book is called The Librarian of Basra, a true story from Iraq, and it's by Jeanette Winters. And so what I'd like you to do is, as I'm reading the book, I'd like you to jot down the connections that you have with this book. Your connections could be text-to-self connections, or I call them personal connections. They could be book connections or text-to-text connections, or they could be text-to-world connections. You never know, you might have some. And right away, I know that all of you probably have a connection right here with this first page because all of you have been to a library before. Either you've been to our school library or you've been to a public library. And so go ahead and draw a quick little sketch of a library, you at the library, and go ahead and write out the sentence, I have a connection, I've been to a library. I'm not going to be able to read aloud all of the book because I think that would just be a little too much. But we'll read some of it so that you get an idea, a taste of what this looks like. Here's the first page. Aliyah Mohammed Baker is the librarian of Basra, a port city in the sand-swept country of Iraq. Her library is a meeting place for all who love books. They discuss matters of the world and matters of the spirit. And so I have a connection with this page, and I have a little sticky note that talks about it too, is that I also love books. And if you love books, then you could also write that down as your connection. Until now all they talk about is war. And here they're asking lots of different questions. Will bombs fall here? Who among us is going to die? What can we do? And these are all such really scary questions, and I can't even imagine having to ask those kind of questions. I'm very thankful that I haven't asked those. Well, Aliyah worries about the fires of war that will destroy the books, which are more precious to her than mountains of gold. The books are in every language, new books, ancient books, even a biography of Muhammad that is 700 years old. She asked the governor for permission to move them to a safe place. He refuses. And I kind of have a connection about this too. I have some precious photographs of my grandparents and my great-grandparents. And no, granted, they're not a book like a book that was a biography on Muhammad, but those photographs are really precious to me, and I'd be really sad if they got hurt. So Aliyah takes things into her own matters, into her own hands. Secretly, she brings books home every night, filling her car late after work. That's persistence. That's a librarian for you. The whispers of war grow louder. Government officers are moved into the library. Soldiers with guns wait on the roof, and Aya waits and fears the worst. Then, rumors become reality. And so I have a book connection. We were reading Sunrise over Fallujah, the first class, and this picture, gosh, it looks like a sunrise, doesn't it? The colors, the oranges, and it just reminds me of Sunrise over Fallujah, but then also the beginning of war too. War reaches Basra. The city is lit with a firestorm of bombs and gunfire. Alia watches as library workers, government workers, and soldiers abandon the library. Only Alia is left to protect the books. She crawls over the library wall to her friend, Anis Muhammad, who owns a restaurant on the other side. Can you help me? Save the books? I can. I can use curtains to wrap them. Here's crates from my shop. Can you use these socks? The books must be saved. And all through the night, Alia, Anis, and his brothers, and the shopkeepers and the neighbors take the books from the library shelves and pass them over 7-foot walls and hide them in Anis's restaurant. So, have any of you ever moved? because that could be a connection. Here, she and all these neighbors and this restaurant owner are packing all the books and moving them over the 7-foot wall. I've never had to do that when I was moving, but if you've moved before, that could be a personal connection. So I'm going to stop there because it's been 5 minutes, but I hope that gave you a taste of how you demonstrate and model to kids how to make connections.